What's up, guys? We're going to be starting in just a sec. Just kind of waiting for people to kind of get on stream and stuff. That's what we're working on today. So, just kind of getting set up. Just getting ready. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing right now. I'm going to link this to the TV here in the shop. But yeah, just getting it ready right now. So just give me a sec, guys, and I'm going to start showing you guys what I'm doing. What's up, guys? Still just give me a sec. Need to get on that. Just give me a sec, guys. We're actually, or single person that's on here, I should say. We're just waiting a second. We have more peeps that are coming, and just making sure all the streams and stuff are working properly. But we'll start in just a minute. Plus, it's not quite 6 o'clock yet, so make sure that we let people know what's going on. What time you got? Huh? What time you got?
17:48, 5:48.
Sweet.
You got 12 minutes.
Yeah, just give me a sec, guys. Still here at the shop, so we're trying to work our way through everything right now.
You might like that. I hate it. I would have been spray. Doop, doop, doop. Done.
Doop, doop, doop.
That's a big thing, and I'm just like, I want them to look good,
Yeah, me too.
and I'm too broke to pay someone to paint them myself. Paint them for me. So it's either suffer and paint them myself, or buy pre-painted bottles. Which I've not actually gotten around to doing, but that Sisters Army is really tempting.
For sure.
Because it's a good deal. I was looking at the Green X
Laziness? Basic colors?
table ready.
Actually good paintings. This is my painting. This is basic.
Hey, still good. All I have to do is look good from one side.
Exactly. So, you're done. Move on to the next painter.
Yeah.
You guys want to see what's going on in the store right now while you're waiting? Let's take a look. There's some guys painting. Other peeps playing some D&D. Let's flip this. Oh my god. Dropping models. Taking names. Check it out. This is what's going on at the shop. There's you guys on camera up there. being filmed at it. Pretty excited. First stream over here. It's gonna be fun to watch this like later on when we actually have it together.
Painting streams are always entertaining to watch. Gotta get my stuff out.
No, you're good, dude. Yeah, you're totally good. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is Black Templar, simple stuff, not like anything crazy. I definitely am doing like a tabletop quality paint job and nothing more. But give me a sec, guys. Let me make sure I'm linking everybody to this. Alright guys, I'm back. I don't know right now. Yeah, I don't know right now. Just because I already started streaming, so bear with me. Oh my gosh! $700 now. Sorry. All right, guys. So check it out. This is what I'm working on. I'm gonna kind of show you guys. This is kind of the effort that I'm going for. Mind you, I haven't really done a ton of highlights. This was my test model. I just kind of wanted to see the color palette that I was going to use. It is going to vary a little bit from this, just because I want it to be a little bit brighter in the shoulder pads. Of course, I'm going to do a little bit more highlighting and things like that on just different parts of it. So far, it's starting out all right. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. You know, the eye glow, things like that. I'm pretty happy with. Just the way that the shoulder pads. These are the shoulder pads that have like the actual upgrade sprue. So the good part is that it just makes it to where it's a little bit easier to work on, and you know, that's what I liked about it, because I just basically was tracing. Decals, I'm all about decals too, but I just had these available for this job for Joaquin, and yeah, man, pretty happy so far. But this, like I said, this is my test model. I just wanted to kind of see where I was going to go with it, and of course, I want to try to expedite the process of what I'm doing. So that's part of it. Then the other ones, so I'm going to show you. So I already highlighted or sprayed black. I primed black, and of course that's going to fall off the base. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I primed black. Then I went over to a brown tone. I'm using all of the Monument Hobbies stuff, because Monument Hobbies is kind of where I'm at right now as far as paint jobs and stuff like that. I really like their color line, and I'm just going with it. These were, I think, done in the light umber. So just simple spray. Then what I did was I went straight to titanium white and did an airbrush on that as well. And then from there, I plan on airbrushing kind of like the first highlight color, which will be the gray tone that you can kind of see on this. And then from there, I did a wash of like a actual oil wash. And the oil wash, it's pretty solid. Like I used a sienna as well as a black on the gray, and it brought it down quite a bit. Like I did a pretty bright highlight, so you can kind of see it in the knee area and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of the progress that I have so far. But again, this was my test model, so I wanted to kind of gauge myself and see what I was going to do with it. But so far, so good. But right now, what I'm going to do is kind of go back over some of the areas on, I'm only going to be working on a few models at a time, just for the simple fact of trying to make sure that I'm getting the exact like style that I want for this. So, but so far I'm pretty happy with the where it's starting and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get it going. Of course, I dropped a model already. But yeah, let's go with this guy first. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and start with black, and of course lay down some white. I'm going to show you the colors that I'm using. And of course, it's my first time streaming on YouTube Live. So the unfortunate side is I don't know how I'm going to exactly do some of the questions and things like that. I might have somebody that's reading them off to me as we progress through this. But for now, I'm just going to paint. If you have questions, I might answer them later. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I was really minimal with my color palette on these. I just don't want to do a ton of different colors. I want it to be pretty, like, minimal. Yeah, so far I've done a light umber, a mahogany, and then coal black, of course. And then everybody's favorite by them is titanium white. Yeah, titanium white is fuego. So good. Titanium white. Get this ivory. Dude, and then in Vegas, there is no way that you can paint without a wet palette. It's like literally. Heck my. A little bit of ivory. All right. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to actually kind of stipple on this, and I want to show you guys two different ways. So I'm going to show you the airbrush way, and then I'm also going to show you the paintbrush way for those of you that don't have an airbrush. So I just try to expedite things and make things as fast as I can, and the airbrush is always going to be faster in doing things. It just will. Some people, you could say that a brush is faster, but I have to disagree. And the reason why I have to disagree is just I've painted both ways for years, and man, painting with airbrush for especially your first and second layers, oh man, it's super fast. It's going to be way quicker. But I'm just going to clean up right now some of the overspray of airbrush, and because I already primed it with black, it's going to be simple, just kind of going back over it. I just don't want to just kind of want to start with a clean surface. You know what I'm saying? Sweet. Hold on a sec. Let me do something else. Yeah, you could switch in and out of there, but yeah, if you see somebody say something, Ed is kind of going to be the kind of our front man on that, dude, so that we can kind of have somebody that's reading some of the comments and things like that. But today, there's a few different people in playing games. There's 40K games. There's Age of Sigmar games going on right now, which is always exciting. All right, let's see. So, and then the brushes that I like using right now, I love these Pro Synthetics, man. These are my jam. I use this brush like a workhorse brush. The point's pretty tight, especially considering how large a brush it is, but the well's big on it, so I dig it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of stipple on some of this cream color. Sorry if that's kind of shaky, guys. And I'm kind of being like messy with it on purpose so that I can give that already like effect of grime and to make it look like this cream color has been kind of basically worn out already. And the cool part is what I like doing is I kind of like keeping both colors on deck, so if I over exaggerate it too much, I can kind of go back to it and kind of rework those same colors. Not to mention, it just is easier to kind of blend these colors back together. So I'll blend it back down to that brown tone. Let's see. I do like this Pro color though. This is my jam. Sorry, Mike. Mike was trying to buy models from me, and I'm like, sorry, I'm starting the stream. So it's all good though. But yeah, you can kind of see I'm not really like, there's no real me being super neat, and I don't really paint neat. I paint pretty, I guess more realistic, because I don't paint by numbers Space Marines. It's never been my jam. But I kind of want that inconsistent look to this. It's Mompox for Monster Apocalypse. I need a better table. Sorry about the shaky camera, peeps. No, it's not you. I'm sitting here. I think it's just this table. This table is kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need something sturdier next time. AJ's over here painting some Grey Knights right now. Grey Knights. What a nerd.
Trying to go for those big brain plays.
Is Grey Knight still on the power curve right now?
I think they're doing okay, but nothing super busted. I was constantly going back and forth because I realized, oh, I'm missing a paint. I'm missing a brush.
Sweet. Just, yeah. Did you make sure my glasses were in there? The bad news was, can't see anything. So now I can see. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's so much better.
I wasn't supposed to paint that. Someone sitting here?
You are. Try not to move the table too much though. I don't know why it's so shaky. It's like the worst table that I could be painting on right now. Huh?
You just decided to get the terrible one.
Yeah. Everything that could go wrong today with this first start of the stream, it kind of did. Sweet. So there we go. Starting to get there, and I'll show you kind of what I started, like what I did at first. So that's the comparable side to it, so you can kind of see. I did want it a little bit more white though, so because I just like this dark white. I think it looks better. But I do want it to be layered, and then this one, what I'm gonna do is kind of do a mix of both colors, the mahogany and then I'm gonna kind of do and I'm not wiping my brush off or cleaning my brush because I want it to be kind of like a natural blend between those colors. What? Oh, I never hit up Johnny Bennett today, damn it. Nice friend. I have an army buddy that's in town right now. and we hung out with them all weekend. But then today I've been here since, when did I get here? Like 9 o'clock? I've been here since 9, but I was working on the private rooms, because they're almost done now. But see, I kind of like really this shoulder pad, because it's kind of like the focal point for me, or what I think of when I think of Black Templar. So that's why I'm kind of concentrating on it a little bit more. And I want it to be like one of my key points to this army. No, you're good. Like I said, I literally went to like the lightest table in our shop, and I started this damn stream. Next time, I should probably be a little bit more prepared. I was prepared. I was ready to do it all this morning, and then just busy trying to do all this other stuff all at the same time. That's the hard part about running a shop and owning a shop, and then also doing things like this, because it's like a lot of different hats that I'm wearing right now. It's all good. Wait till you guys see this freaking room, though. This sci-fi room is nuts. It's dope. It's really good. I'm very excited for it. And then,
It's gonna be for private games.
yeah, people will be able to rent it.
That's gonna be pretty rad.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited. People will be able to rent out that room. At one point, I hope that people can stream through that room. Should be pretty cool, though. And I'm just drawing this line back in, guys, to kind of separate. Get back to this cream color. Yeah, I like the idea of just layering the paints down to give it all kinds of different colors. Damn it. You guys see that? Almost messed up. But I didn't. Dope, dope. 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 Yeah, and then I'm going to get both colors and kind of blend them. First I was just layering them, now I'm kind of blending them in. Yeah, that dirty look. Oh yeah. Say what right, woman? Later. Go then. Get out of here.
So tired. I don't even want to cry. Fucking wasted.
Waste your time with what?
With the wrong information to get Saul's X-ray.
Oh. Are you surprised though? Really? It's always going to be something like that. Tell me how they're going to refer a doctor or an x-ray spot. You go to that x-ray spot and then they're like, oh, we don't take your insurance.
Yeah.
What the who does that?
Then she was like, would you like the cash price? If you want to do it. I was like,
Why would we
no.
want the cash price? That's dumb as that's a dumb question. So I have insurance. Yeah, sure. Give me the cash price. What? Stupid.
No, thank
Insurance is ridiculous. American healthcare, sweet. Oh yeah. I asked these guys, so these people that are in here playing D&D, I asked them, I was like, hey, where's my food at? And then they were like, gave me like a dirty look, like all pissy about it. And I was like, oh, we don't allow outside food or drink. And I was like, just kidding. But it was great because his pissiness turned into like, oh, yeah, like, oh, what am I supposed to do? I thought it was great. I was cracking up.
Still waiting for those war dogs.
Yeah, no shit. I tried to talk him into it. Dude, if it's too hot though, I don't want the doors open. That's the problem.
Big hood.
We should just do bakery stuff.
What?
We should just sell bakery stuff.
Bakery stuff?
That's still hot.
No, I mean, if you just bring it in.
What do you mean?
Baked goods. Like bake sale stuff.
Who's gonna bring that in?
That's what we should do. We're not gonna cook.
If we're not gonna cook?
Yes. Big doors open.
Yeah, I'm digging that so far. See, like, I'm not really trying to go super hard on that, like, transition. But it's just kind of a back and forth. I'm going to spend more time on this, like I said, because I think this is what reminds me of Black Templar the most, is the shoulder pads. Because when I started playing in 3rd edition, that was what the cover art was for their starter box. And I always thought it was awesome looking. I thought it was like the best. But it's the stark white. It's just too much. You can't have like a super stark white. It doesn't look right. You have to have some like creams or browns or something inside of it. Sweet. You ever watch the D&D guys and they go crazy over there? It's fantastic. I love when D&D peeps get all upset. It's my favorite. It's nerd raging to the fullest.
I'm guessing you typically don't have time to play anymore.
D&D wise?
Yeah.
I've only played a handful of times.
Gotcha. Because I know that ever since you got this place, you haven't had much of a chance to play 40K.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I played more. I played 30K last week.
That plays like 7th edition used to, right?
Yeah, it's very, very much 7th edition. Later. Where's Saul? Did he go get an 8?
Yeah. They're at home now.
Yeah, I'm digging that. Digging it.
How are the pink?
These ones?
Yeah.
They're good. Here's a little bit tighter brush. I'm going to use this this one, Pro Curl 1.
Alright, I'll paint you up a little bit.
Later. Tighten that up, tighten that up. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yeah. Trying to do that so I can kind of see again where my lines are at. Should we do a paint handle? Sure, but I don't really like paint handles. I don't know why. Kind of like it in my own hand. Oh, you got paint handle.
Indeed, I do. I've also got the one that has the two little arms sticking out.
Clamps?
Yeah, the assembly clamps. And then I got the not the super jumbo one for the really big models, but the one that can hold like bikes.
Yeah, those are cool.
Considering how little I actually paint, I don't get a lot of use out of them.
The problem is that I bought 10 of the original ones.
Okay.
Because my thought was painting a whole squad at a time.
Oh.
And then I progressively have gotten away from painting at all lately. So I just have not used paint handles since.
You painted the Ultramarines that are in the case, right?
No,
No?
Mark Torres did.
Gotcha. Because I was looking at those, I'm like, God damn, these are so clean. I love them.
Yeah, dude, Mark Torres is fantastic.
Like, I admire them a whole bunch.
Mark Torres is a really good painter. Oh yeah. Yeah, moving to the tighter brush for this work, I think is a lot smarter. I like using a big brush as much as I can though. It's crazy how much this model will come together just off of me kind of tightening up the just stuff as I go along.
Just making sure the lines are sharp.
Yeah, because sometimes I have to visually see things. I don't always want to just straight up paint and then wait for the end result. Sometimes I got to see the result as it's happening.
Yeah, I feel that.
So the best way to kind of do that is resharpen my lines all the time, and it's not the most efficient way sometimes, but for what I'm doing right now, it's solid. But I'm kind of doing this test model again for you guys, just so you can kind of see what I was thinking as I was doing it, and you see how I murked it right here. That's going to happen all the time, guys. Everybody that shows that their stuff is perfect, bro, they paint a lot, no doubt, but it is so difficult to get your stuff perfectly painted at all times. It's just not possible.
There's always going to be some little defect.
Painting over your flaws and your mistakes, it's totally fine. People forget that they can do it, and they're like, oh dude, I messed the whole thing up. No dude, you just gotta tighten it back up.
It's just paint. If it's too bad, you can just strip it and start from scratch.
This is the reason to use your wet palette, and this is also the reason to keep your paints thin, so that you can paint back over it and it's not gonna kind of crush your soul when you make a mistake.
That's one of the things I'm still trying to get used to, is figure out a good consistency for when trying to thin down my paints. Because when I first started, I would just go straight out of the pot because I didn't know any better. So all my stuff was looking chunky as marinara.
Yep. Where'd you start playing at?
Still here, but with Necrons. So,
Okay.
So they were at least a little forgiving. Not a ton of detail unless I really wanted to make something like an ornate unit, like Immortals.
Sure.
I still need to finish them. They're currently my most complete army in terms of painting. Like almost everything is painted.
Yeah.
And I'm only like a couple models away from having 2,000 points and fully painted. I'm so close. I can't bring myself to go back to Necrons for a while. And I don't know why. There's no reason. I'm just not doing it.
Sometimes you do have to take a break on some of the stuff that we do. And sometimes starting a new project is kind of the easiest way of doing that. But I will say that it's very satisfying when you finish a full army.
Yeah, one of my buddies has like 6,000 points of salamanders that he's been working on, including a big old Knight Valiant.
Ed, is there any questions or anything on there that you could see? Sweet. Do a little bit of red because Black Templar isn't Black Templar without red.
I remember someone saying that they also have yellow on some of their guns.
Yellow?
Yeah, like yellow bolters or something.
Yellow bolters.
Which doesn't make sense because all the promo art I've seen they have red bolters.
I've never seen yellow bolters. Make that flow a little bit better. What I'm gonna do, so there's a circle that's around this crux. So I'm gonna paint that circle red. So that should pop on that white. This is where I gotta be super careful though, because you definitely don't want to get that red on that white, because it will be a pain in the butt to fix. This is when you want to take your time. Take your time. I have my paint a bit watered down right now so that it flows as I'm doing these like circular lines. So I don't want chunky paint right here. Sweet. Get this last line. Hopefully I don't murk it. Shazam. Booyah. Happy with that. Happy with that. Fix that cross though. And then I'm just going to retrace that cross to make it look like it's more of a predominant color. I'm going to try to paint this whole army though from like start to finish on this channel. And I'm hoping that it takes me no longer than about 3 to 4 weeks is what I'm hoping for. I definitely don't want to make it take longer. That's about how long I want to work on this model, or this army rather. But I'm still like trying to work my way through, I guess, exactly how I want it to look, because that's part of my problem too. Is like I know what I can see in my head, and it's just trying to put that on the model now. And it sounds easier than what it is, you know what I mean? Shadows, shadows, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, one thing that I've heard is someone compliments an artist and like, oh man, this piece of work that you did looks so good. Thanks, you should have seen how it looked in my head. And that seems to be a universal experience.
Yeah, dude, there's some guys though that are insane, and I love watching them and I hate them all at the same time.
Just that envy.
Dude, I just know where my capabilities are, and I think that's part of painting, right? Like, you have to know what you're capable of doing, and then push yourself a little bit further.
Get ambitious, try something new.
Yeah, or just try a little bit more refinement as you're doing it. Because I feel like that's what people don't do sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work on, is getting out of my comfort zone. Try new techniques, new paints.
Have you tried that Pro Curl stuff yet?
Not quite yet. I did pick up the titanium white because I've heard
The known color.
I've heard that it's the best white on the market.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty solid.
So yeah, I've not had a chance to properly check out any of the body stuff. I do want to. I just want to make sure that I can get, like, before I really invest in stuff, I need to get. I saved with a whole thing full of Citadel paints. But before I really invest, I want to make sure I can get like a good,
Don't, please.
a good hobby space.
Don't grab me. Johnny's touching me.
Stranger danger.
Johnny's touching me because he's a creepy. Call him Creepy Johnny.
My bed.
My bed.
What is this on Twitch? My phone on it. Is this on Twitch?
It's on
Facebook
YouTube Live.
YouTube Live?
Yeah.
War Room? War Room games?
Yep. I'm a war room boy trying to make it. Why is my cross getting jacked up? Because I'm not paying attention. See how many mistakes I make, people? It's constant. I don't know how to paint. I mean, that's the thing, is that even if you do know how to paint, you're always going to make mistakes. And sometimes I want to just take you through the process and the journey that that I go through as I'm figuring out exactly how I'm painting. So that's what's kind of different about what I'm going to try to do throughout the process of this whole channel is, yeah, man, like we just plan on kind of showing you how much it takes to figure things out sometimes. It's not just going to come to you like what other people kind of, bro, it takes them hours to figure out exactly how they're going to paint. And mind you, some guys, though, they just know what they're doing right off the bat. But most of the time, people are just winging it. Like, that's the biggest thing is, oh, yeah, this guy paints fantastic. I was like, man, I think he just fell into something there that's a little bit like per luck. So, is that everyone? No. I think that a lot of people plan this shit out tremendously. And the guys that can do that, awesome. That is not me. I ain't even got time to paint like that. Oh yeah. I don't know how much I like the red, but I'm rocking it. Because I haven't highlighted anything or any of that stuff. Highlighting's huge. Huge. And I should have probably been smarter and placed the red first. So I could have got a nicer coverage of the red. But no, I did it backwards. It's all good. I swear I used to paint good. Then I started wearing glasses and it ruined me. Wearing glasses sucks.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
Mind you, I don't mind wearing them, but when you have to wear them, it sucks. Here we go. That's what I should have done in the first damn place. It's all good. It's all good.
In the neighborhood.
It's all good. But yeah, this is where I'm kind of flowing into. And see, I did gold here on this chest plate. I did gold on this chest plate. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm going to try to rock this red. The problem is that you don't want to make it like another chapter. And I think Raven Guard used to do the red on their chest plates, but I don't know if they still do. I think they go white now. I guess you can do however you want. It's my damn army and I can do what I want. But I'm still test painting, dude. That's what I want to... I got a few different ideas of what colored palette that I want. There's certain things that I know for sure. Shoulder pads, like how I want them to look. The dinginess of the shoulder pad. I don't want it to be super bright, stark white. I don't want that at all. Definitely don't want that. Layer that red paint, son. Yeah, the reason why I did YouTube Live, guys, is because we have TVs in the store. So I wanted people to be able to follow along with what we were doing.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Shows my spatial awareness. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So when people are in here and they have questions about stuff, it's easier for them to ask. And it's probably other people have the same exact questions. So it's cool that we're kind of doing this. We're doing this more for like our customers than like this huge wide range audience. Because, bro, you guys could watch any other YouTube channel that is a paint tutorial and you're gonna have way more probably knowledge than I am, except for when we're in person. Because when we're in person, yeah, it's easy for me to answer a bunch of questions because I could show you as we're like talking about it. But in this aspect of it, it just gets to a wider range, and maybe you guys are seeing something that you actually want to ask me, and like the next time you see me, it's good that you can kind of have that to talk about. So it's good. It's part of the process. Just want to sharpen those lines up, and then I'm gonna probably do kind of a black border around this anyway. And when I wash this, you guys will see that it's gonna like tone that shit down too. And mind you, I want to do like simple paint jobs so that you guys can see how easy it should be. and then kind of go from there. All right, now I'm gonna move on to another step. Switch my brush out, switch my brush out. I'm gonna use these ones are pretty dope. We sell these here at the shop. It's Hobby Hotspots. They're actually rebranding right now, but I have a bunch of their old stuff, so I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna use a dark gray tone, and I'm gonna do like the zenithal highlight to these. And I probably won't get to it today, guys, but as I do my washes on these, you'll see that it actually changes the way that things are done. But I wanted to, like I said, use the brush today to kind of show you guys what the difference is and how you can still be effective without an airbrush. But I'm gonna do a quick dry brush. Check it. I like that gray tone for Black Templar. It's pretty sick. Oh, and he has all these widgets on his arm. I dig this model. These new models are fantastic. I really like Primaris. I think Primaris is some true scale Space Marines, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if I bleed through this. True scale Space Marines. What? Da, da, da. Nice dry brush in. Nice dry brush action. Booyah. Get on that chest. And there you go. But then I want you to see, so on this model, I actually did the airbrush of the gray tone. So, just to kind of show you. But again, you could use the brush, it's not a big deal whether you use the airbrush or straight up brush. The trick of it though is once you start one process of it, you kind of want to stick to that process. I'm gonna go ahead and like do like another tone to this, or I'm sorry, another technique to this rather, later on when I'm doing mostly the airbrush stuff, and I'll probably show a little bit more of that like next week. But I have a lot of models. There's like a massive Black Templar army that we'll be doing here. And then this is kind of the trick to this too. So I'm using this really, really light gray tone where it's almost a white, as you can see on the palette. I definitely want to be very sparse with this, I guess. But I want it to be worked into the bristles. And I didn't clean my brush because I want it to be a little bit lighter as well. So, check this. Can you see how bright that this is? I still need to wipe down more. Dry brushing, the key to dry brushing is making it look like there's not a lot of paint on the brush. Booyah. And you kind of want to go one way only when you dry brush. You don't want to like go back and forth because you'll cover up all that cool detail that you are dry brushing. So up and down possibly. If you're going to do side to side, do just side to side. I usually just do up and down motion on the whole model because then it gives the highlights or the shadows from one direction, which is usually going to be from up above, right? So that's the way that I'll do my dry brushing, is towards away from the light source. It's basically what I do. And this is all dry brushing is, dude. Super easy to dry brush. Best technique ever. When I worked for GW, that was the first technique that we taught everyone. Good dry brush. Sweet. So it's pretty gray. As you can see, this dude is pretty gray. A little bit lighter on this side. As you see that I'll like start actually progressing through it, like, yeah, a little bit lighter, not much though. Pretty close to each other. When I do the washes and stuff, that's when you're gonna kind of see a difference. Base coats, that's what I'm working on. No, but this is a good start. This is exactly where I kind of want to be right now. Pretty bright gray tone, right? Let's start blocking out the rest of this model. These little ammo pouches, bang those out real quick. Ammo pouches, ammo pouches. Ammo pouches. Just because I want to, I'm gonna make this belt buckle red too. There we go. Because I like red belt buckles. Sweet. Pretty happy so far with that. I'll do this bolter because that's old school too. Bolter, bolter. Bolter, bolter. Sweet, sweet. This underside of this bolter. Booyah. Digging that. Digging that. And then because I got these little buttons and stuff on his armor, on his side armor, by his hand. I'll make that like a glowing green. I think it'd be sweet. The green will pop because of the other colors. Yeah, I think the only thing that I can complain about Monument Hobbies is this. See this drip? Look at how much paint this is. It's a lot of paint. So, kind of don't like that part. If I had to gripe about anything, but other than that, I like them a lot. Shit reminds me of Buzz Lightyear. Oh yeah. Alright, give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go grab some stuff real quick. What's up, dude? Do some of these real quick, and I'll show you. Sure, I've got what I need. Hold on a second. Oh, some different things. Some Black Templar stuff.
And that windstorm that day I saw you, sitting me on my ass for 2 weeks.
Why, just your allergies and shit?
Yeah. I missed work for 2 weeks.
Dude,
and
I
then
believe
I had to
it.
go on a trip.
Totally believe it, dude.
I couldn't breathe. I had to start using an inhaler.
Alright. Yeah, that shit sucks. Dude, the windstorm was gnarly. Vegas has like gnarly windstorms that people don't know about. It's hilarious.
I think that was like one of the worst ones.
Oh, bro, they're always pretty bad. A little bit of oil wash. That's what we're gonna make. There's my black. Make this brown. Little dollop. Dude, this stuff is great. If you guys haven't learned about oil washes yet,
I've never done oil washes.
so they're pretty cool. So we're using a raw umber, Winsor Newton. Pretty, like, dude, pretty affordable. I don't buy like the over-the-top price ones. Mind you, they do have a little bit fluidity is definitely a factor. And then this one is just a straight up ivory black.
Live streaming on there?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take a dollop, actually really like a capful of this mineral spirits. Booyah. Spilling it everywhere. Booyah. Spilling it everywhere. Fantastic. Spill that shit, yeah. Get it all over my glasses. No. It's all good. Messy ass. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is just mix this. So, this little dollop here. I'm using my old stuff because I don't, recycle. And then I'm just going to mix this in really good. See the consistency there? That's still pretty thick. I want that shit to be like wash.
Is it kind of like making it roll oil?
No, so it's a little bit different because it actually stains the model a little bit more. And it actually takes longer to dry. And then this water now is contaminated. Contaminated. I probably should have used a different brush, but it's all good. So that's about the consistency that I want that. Still like a wash. Kind of milky, you guys can see. But that's where I'm at. Let's just brush off real quick. I'm actually going to put the mineral spirits. Holy spirits, activate. I'm going to go straight up mineral spirits in this one, just so I can rinse my brush off. A little bit of brush action. Simple mineral spirits. Rinse that brush off really good. Alright, get this out of the way. Beat that to the dickens. Oh shit. That's the only thing I don't like, is the caps on these damn things. They actually just leave a lot of paint on that tip. Alright, sweet, let me see. So, now go into the umber. Same thing, just gonna mix it really good. All that butter. Break it down, break it down. But I want that same consistency. As you can see, it's super thick right now because I'm not watered it all the way down and it was very clumpy right there. So we're gonna try to get it to where it's super, super thin down. And oil washes take a little while to dry for sure. It's not a fast process, so I'm probably going to do the brown first on the armor and literally go right back over with the black. Will it wash them off? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it will. But you can see, I want to show you the consistency. So it's pretty thin down now. So it is very much like a wash. But what oil wash is kind of cool with is that once you actually wash it, you can actually wipe a lot of it off after you do it. And I'm gonna do this super quick technique on painting for it. And see, I should have actually went over with my black, but it's all good. And then after I'm doing this, I'm gonna make sure that I let it fully dry. And this is probably where we're gonna stop today, guys, because I'm doing a live stream of it. But just to kind of show you so that we can pick up from a certain area next week. But yeah, we're about an hour and a half in. Just things weren't ready. I had so much going on today at work that I really wasn't prepared to do this video. But I went ahead and did it anyway because I made a commitment to doing it and I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys where I was at with it. Mind you, I am going to do more washes because I have my metallics and things like that I want to wash. But what's great about this, the oil wash, is once this is done, you can actually take a Q-tip and take a little bit of the mineral spirits if you have to, or you could just try to do it straight up dry and you can wipe it back down. And now I'm going to my black, so it's going to darken up a little bit further. Mind you, I kind of want it to be mixed together. I don't want it to be, oh, it's all black or it's all brown. No, I kind of wanted the mix between the two colors. And the reason why is because I think it looks more natural as it's going to dry and they're kind of blending together. But this oil wash is, ever since I've been using it, I like it. It's fun. It just looks different. Dab will do ya. And it will darken this gray so much more. But I'm gonna stop there, guys. This is what I got done today, as you can see. And then what we'll do, I'll pick up next week, and then I will actually start the airbrush stuff for you as well in that same stream. But I'll finish off this model next week so that you guys can kind of see it. But this is the start to what we're going to be doing. The next project that I kind of want to do is I'm going to take you through just different techniques that you can actually try at home. And then as well as I want to make it where you guys can kind of see like me paint another army really fast with the airbrush, because I'm going to do like a smaller Grey Knight army that I have on deck right now. One of those like eBay rescue kind of armies, but it should be pretty dope. But hope you guys are doing good. Hopefully this is a good first start to you guys seeing what we're going to be kind of working on through this channel. And yeah, man, just test models. That's kind of the key to it all. And that's kind of the process. Just kind of start with a test model, see what you like, see what you don't like. And, you know, it's going to probably take me 5 guys to really get exactly where I want things to be. This was my first attempt. I kind of got some good ideas behind it, but then my second attempt, I like the red a little bit more. I'm probably going to use a lot more of that. But, yeah, just test models. I'll probably touch up a little bit of this as we progress through it, too, just so you guys can kind of see a little bit different. But, yeah, man, good first start here. Very, very happy with where it's headed. I just want to make sure that I work on this army and bang it out as fast as possible. So hopefully by the end of like mid-June, this army is finished. And I'll show you the bulk of it as we progress through this too. Like, I'll lay it all out and I'll take some pictures and I'll post them on Facebook. Yeah, thanks for following today, guys. Hope you guys have a good evening. Talk to you soon. Bye.